couple of days ago, Bloxburg added a duck update. And I'm sure you guys have seen it on TikTok, but if you didn't know, there's like a whole duck hunt. It's really cool. And as you can maybe see behind me, the Bloxburg town has been invaded by ginormous ducks. And all of us being in the duck spirit, I actually got a comment from somebody saying I should build a duck house in Bloxburg. And interestingly, it came from somebody called Ducky. Honestly, my head is just filled with ducking ducks. So today I thought we would build a duck-shaped house. Let's get started. So first things first, I actually came down to the seaside so we could get a look at what a giant duck sort of looks like. I look like its little baby. So obviously a duck is kind of like an oval shape. We've got the wing. I'm going to take a screenshot of this so we can like reference back. Okay, guys, here we are on the plot, and I'm going to move my little trophy thing over there because I'm thinking one of the rooms in my duck simply needs to be a shrine room. So my duck is going to be about 4 blocks wide. Is she going to be kind of chunky, or is it a he? I kind of can't tell. All inclusive ducks. No, then we're going to have it drag back like... It's hard to tell. I don't want to make her too square. I remember actually loving playing with little rubber duckies in the bath. Aw, what lovely memories. Now I'm building one in Bloxburg so I can live inside of it. But I don't want to like take the mick out their heads. So maybe about that big. And there we have it. I think this is actually good for our duck, guys. I know you're probably thinking it's a little bit small, but I think we're going to be able to fit everything in here. So we want like this yellowy color. I think it looks something like this. We obviously don't want it to be too bright yellow, like looking like SpongeBob's pineapple house. I think that is actually really cute. And I feel like you can almost already tell this is meant to be a duck. Another thing, I might add like a balcony or something, maybe like a back garden. We could add a swimming pool. Is that too much? I feel like that's animal cruelty. And also, I don't think we'll be able to add a pool after all. I'd like to add a pool there. As you can see, that like takes out this entire bottom section here. So don't really work. And then for the head, we almost need a dome, but we don't really have a basic dome big enough. So I may just have to use a mansard roof for its head. It looks like it's wearing a little cap or something. Okay, no, if we push it in and do it like raised a little bit, I think this could actually work. But yeah, I think this is good for like our little duck. Now, the other thing I was wondering is, should I place a pool underneath it? Because obviously ducks like float in the sea, but then I was really scared, like, oh my God, $68,000. And does it even look that good? I don't think so. However, just to not let you guys down, because I don't want to be a disappointment to you guys, what I'm going to do is add some sea in. And if we use like one of these blues, it actually looks like the Bloxburg Sea. So we're going to have that. Oh my gosh, this is perfect. But I need the eyes to actually be windows. So if we head into the window category... I don't want it to look goofy. Like, I don't want some cross-eyed duck, okay? Oh my gosh, that literally looks like a flipping alien. But I can't place them there. They're too big. I mean, it's always going to be a little bit difficult, isn't it, to get it 100%. But maybe if we add it in our beak now, and only God knows how we're going to do this shape. What even is that? In fact, I swear I have a bunch of other ducks. Yeah. Why don't we use this duck as like our reference for the beak? It's very small. And oh my gosh, by the way, guys, I've only done the evil duck. I didn't do the good one. Because it was like, pick a duck. And I was like, I'm picking the evil duck. But okay, yeah, the eyes are on the side. It does actually look a little bit goofy. And then as for the beak on that, it sort of looks a little like this. I think it might be like an upside down concave moment, to be fair. Oh my gosh, nah, that actually looks just like it. Oh, that's cute. I love it. Now, let's just see if I take away the glass windows, because those do look a little goofy. And then if we go in and add spheres instead, then hopefully this will be looking a little bit better. And as I said, like, I have not played with a rubber duck in so long. They are like the most iconic thing, aren't they? What the hell? But actually, with it pushed in a little bit, that is really, 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 really cute. Now all that's left to do is the wings, I suppose, which are... and also not going to be very easy, but it's okay, guys. I'm tough. I'm a survivor. And I'm going to try not to use the small grid because I want this to be easy to do on the other side. So I have that there, and then it sort of has like 3 little bits coming off of it that are all a little bit shorter. That don't look nothing like a wing. That looks like a wheelchair logo or something. I think I may or may not have made them a little bit too big. And there we go. That is basically the outline of the duck done. So although we are going to have a lot of ducks in the shrine room, part of me wondered if it would make sense to have some ducks like swimming on the outside like it's little babies. That could be kind of cute. But then I do want to reserve them for the inside. Now, I'm wondering, do we have like a rubber duck item anyway? We do. We have the epic duck. How could I forget about this? Oh my gosh. It all makes sense now. My mind has just been blown. I forgot that we've always had these two. And those are the ones that were in... Oh my... Sorry, mind is blown. Unfortunately, you can't place these without a pool, which is a little bit annoying. Oh dear. Right, do you know what? I have a life hack. If we place a pool here, just like along the front, a little shallow pool, and then we go ahead and we like take the roof and the floor off and stuff. Hey, we could have little ducks. I mean, I'm not going to place many because they're $9,000 a piece, but just having a couple little ducks out here looks really, really cute. I definitely want the entrance to be in the duck's bumhole. But simply because we don't really want to be adding anything on the front, do we? And this is going to be its bum. Now, are ducks a bird? I feel like this could be a really big debate. Are ducks birds, guys? And also, are chickens birds? And also, what came first, the chicken or the egg? My answer to those questions, I think ducks are birds. I think chickens are birds. And I think that the egg must have come first, right? I feel like it makes more sense for an egg to come first. Like, I don't know why I'm getting so deep when I'm literally building in a side of a duck's bumhole right now. Anyway, we need to sort of think, do we want to be making the inside realistic or do we want to be having it duck themed? I'm thinking almost a mixture of both. So maybe we can like just be using like a linen plank. Still fits with the duck theme. I really want a rubber duck now. Somebody get me a rubber duck for my birthday. My birthday is actually coming up, kind of. It's in like 2 months. But oh my gosh, I cannot believe I'm going to be 19. Anyway, why has that happened? I was so careful with my placement. Oh, there we go. That's answered our question. So shall we have like a golden floor? I do feel the golden floor is necessary. And it's Plymouth done it again. What the hell? Why are the ducks? This is because of the evil ducks, guys. I never should have picked the evil duck. 1 hour later. Now it's time for our wallpaper. And I actually feel like a really cute, like, cozy cottage could be vertical, like, khaki color. And especially with our new wall trims, we're going to be going fancy schmancy with our tall crown moldings. And why is this giving me like the underdeck of a cruise ship or something? And I told you guys it would definitely be big enough, and it is. So up here, oh, that is horrifying. That is going to be in my nightmares. Okay, right. I think this should be the upper deck. And I think for the sake of it, we should just have a nice jewel staircase. And that actually works out really nicely. And it's not like taking up too much room downstairs. Like, it's just the perfect amount of room. So we obviously don't want the wing, like, getting any of the windowness. And what type of doors are giving rubber duck? So I looked up duck-shaped house. And this is actually a real house, guys. Why duck egg blue is having a moment? Maybe in the bedrooms, if we, like, reset the walls, maybe... Just maybe we could have a duck egg blue. If there's any interior designers watching, I'm sorry if this is not duck egg blue, but it's kind of close. So I think we should start with the kitchen, which is where we're going to be cooking roasted duck. No, that's kind of sad. That's like the duck's fam. Nah, who cares? I'm going to be using the retro cabinets, and we're going to have it sort of stretch along here. I just got a text, guys, saying I have a dentist appointment tomorrow. I didn't even know. This is why I need to get myself a planner. I don't consider myself like an unorganized person. But I can't even believe I forgot I had a dentist appointment. And so far, I think I'm actually doing a cracking job with this kitchen. Get it? Cracking? Eggs? Ducks? Oh, I'll stop. I don't know why this kitchen's like so massive, but it is. Also, why the hell were these little knob jockeys not changing? Why can't I change the little buttons? Like, I want them to be white. And I love how I'm just buying all like the most expensive things. Like, what is actually wrong with me? And maybe we could can some of the duck afterwards. I'm so sorry if there's like vegetarians watching. Now, I still want my throne room with the ducks in them, but I also kind of just want some ducks like around the house. So I think I may add some ducks just here and there, like the Susan duck. In fact, I kind of think like maybe up here should be the duck shrine, and I'm gonna move there right after we finish the kitchen. So the final really bits and bobs I think that we could use in here are some LED lights. And oh, I'm a genius.
I'm a genius.
I've just thought of the perfect way we can get duck wallpaper, and the rest of them we'll just sort of place in as we go, but that is so adorable. I flipping love it. So the question is raised, where should the dining table go? Because we could either have an island or we could have a dining table. I'm personally leaning towards the dining table. And of course, in the middle, we're going to have to place a duck. What one shall we have? A chef duck. This simply has to be going in the middle of the dining table, doesn't it? In the kitchen. So it's time to move up to the shrine room, which I am thinking, obviously, it should just be like the same yellow as downstairs. Now, as for our shelves, I do like the idea of having the basic shapes. What I'm thinking that we should do, y'all, is have like cylinders in our house. So this is like, you know, when people have like pictures of their grandkids at graduation, that is like kind of what this is going to be like, but rather than kids, it's going to be ducks. And then I think it's going to be easier to place the ducks by hand. Where are the little buggers? So we got the fast food worker duck. I honestly don't remember which each of these came from, but you can sort of guess, like the ice cream duck from Ben's Ice Cream. Now, I must say, I'm very happy with this event because the trophies are so easy to get. And we're obviously going to be placing them in order of supremeness. And oh my gosh, that looks absolutely magnificent. I mean, if I walked into somebody's house and they had this, I would probably call the police or an ambulance because I think they're a bit mentally unstable. But, you know, I'm allowed it, okay? I'm allowed. You guys wanted a duck house too, okay? And also up here, it's kind of good that we left room because we obviously need doors to get onto the duck's back, like the balcony. Now, in terms of lighting, okay, I'm going to make a duck chandelier. So we're gonna have to use this one, or no, we need one with like not many little nuggets on it. And I'm hoping that we'll be able to move the duck with it. Yes, that is so cool. So we'll pop that onto the basic shape. And oh my gosh, guys, I absolutely love my duck chandelier. That is like the perfect finish to this room. So in terms of the rest of the house then, we have room, I guess, for like a lounge room, maybe a little laundry area over here. Because I mean, it's not a particularly large house, but it's also not actually that small, is it? I'm surprised. I honestly thought the house would be a lot smaller than this. And a really good like little way to separate parts off like this, aside from ducks, you could just do this in any house. I like to add some little planks. Now you can make them wooden or you can make them smooth. Now it's for the entertainment center. One of my favorite parts of a house. Honestly, when you're watching a good TV show, I need you guys to let me know in the comments, like actually tell me, what is your favorite TV show at the moment? Because when you're watching a really good TV show, doesn't it just make you so happy? I wouldn't watch it all day because it makes me feel like a bit grotty after a while, but like watching a couple of episodes a day is so fun. But the most annoying thing is when they release like one episode a week. I am going for green just for a slight contrast. In the house, we have got a lot of yellow going on. But on the coffee table, don't you worry, y'all. We're going to be coming right back and coming in with those duckies. And I actually think that's so cute for just like a little cozy granny house or something. But anyway, I've now realized we haven't actually got a bathroom because we like cut it out, didn't we? So I think down here is going to have to be like a joint bathroom, which is called a Jack and Jill bathroom. I'm not quite sure why Jack and Jill would be sharing a bathroom. Bit sus. Jack and Jill went up the hill to shower. Now, this is meant to be the master bedroom, but honestly, I doubt we're going to get a bed in here that's bigger than a single bed. Now, obviously, we need to add quite a lot of lighting in here because the bedrooms do not actually get any lighting whatsoever. But again, I'm going to be constantly placing little paintings around that I'm going to put gorgeous duck pictures on. Of course, we've got like a little gym duck. I thought we could add like a gym in the bedroom. I mean, like some weights and then like a bench. And then we should definitely put like the duck over here. Like that is so fitting. And we can't miss the chance to have a hairpin wardrobe. But yeah, the bathroom is not going to have a shower. It's going to have a bath. I thought we simply had to put the last duck inside of a bubble bath. And also, I'm pretty sure if you use a semi-transparent cube, you can actually go ahead and you can like paint it to be blue water. Oh my gosh, that actually looks so cool. It's like not really sticking out anywhere either. That's absolutely magnificent. And we're going to have the burglar duck in there. And now we need one final room, guys. What could this room be? I have the perfect idea. Maybe whoever lives here is like part duck. So they simply like, kind of like in Mako Mermaids and H2O, they have to at all times be near a pool of water. And with that, guys, the ducky duck is built. Okie dokie, guys. My mama duck sits here behind me, and then my father duck is over there in the distance. He left. He went to get some milk, guys. He never came back. He left me and my little duck siblings all alone. Anyway, this plot values at a surprising $200,000, which is surprising because it's a very, very small house. Although it is a duck, I guess that's probably why. So here are my little ducky siblings. So this is the type of house to only be seen from like this angle, if you know what I mean. And here is where you enter the home. And this is what you are met with. A gorgeous Airbnb looking home where you can see ducks in every corner. So first of all, we have our kitchen area, which is fully functional. And then this is like the little dining table. So although it's only really a one-person home, you do want to have space to like invite some family and friends and others over. Then over here is the lounge room. You can pick the ducks up and play with them. Anyway, you'll probably get a little bit sweaty sitting in this duck onesie all day. So that is why I've added us a nice laundry room over here so you can at least do some laundry. And I picked some nice duck pictures, very aesthetic. As we wrap around the side of the house, we have the bedroom. And then finally in here is the little bathroom with the duck. And then finally upstairs is our duck shrine. But there we have it, guys. I thoroughly hope you enjoyed watching my duck house video. Let me know what other videos you want to see on the channel, and I'll catch you all in the next one.